Hello everybody and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about mind mapping and memory. This is my favorite way to go about taking notes, and I do it for a variety of reasons. So I want to go through that, and there's a reason why they call it mind mapping. It reflects the way your mind works, and you're essentially mapping out your ideas or your notes. So this is what a mind map looks like generally. You have a central idea, and then you have other ideas that are surrounding it, kind of like subtopics, and those can have details and so on, arrows pointing to one thing or another. There's a lot of flexibility here. You can add images. I'm not extremely artistic, so I'm not always adding images here. Sometimes it might be a little doodle, like a stick figure. But if you are artistic, you absolutely can. But mind mapping leverages the visual part of your brain. And we've all heard that phrase, a picture is worth 1,000 words. When you visually organize your information in a mind map, it can help you retain information. So I want to go over what is one of my favorite mind mapping programs. I know there are dozens of them out there. There are a number that I've experimented with that I really like a lot. And this is a program that you can use in the cloud, or you can use it for Windows or a Mac OS system. So it's called Xmind. And if you go to xmind.net, that's where you can find it. In other videos, I'll profile some of the other ones that I use, but I want to show you Xmind because it's one of the better ones that I think is out there. And let me just show you what that looks like. So when you open up Xmind, there's a number of different templates you can choose. And I'm just going to choose this one right here to give you a demonstration of it. Basically, you have your central idea. And initially, you're starting with, you're just really starting here. You can use mind maps for tasks. I've done that before, where you might have work-related tasks, and you got to do X, Y, Z, and then you might have tasks related to school. And for school, maybe you have these tasks. Maybe you also have a number of personal or family-related tasks that need to get done. And of course, all these things can have their own subtopics. But tasks, that's just really one idea. Another idea might be for those of you that are in school. Maybe your biology class, maybe you're reading a chapter related to cells. And this might be section 1, and it has its details. Sometimes those details have details. And then we go to section 2, you label your topic. Maybe that's the title of section 2, or maybe you put it in your own words. You have your details there. And of course, your associated details. And so on and so forth. And you can see it just kind of lays it out nicely. By the way, I'm just using my keyboard to move around the mind map, my arrow keys. And to add another subtopic, we're just hitting the tab or enter key. You could also manually do that by clicking up here. But the idea is it makes it very, very easy to organize information very quickly. And if I'm deleting, I'm just hitting the delete key on my keyboard. You might use this for brainstorming. Here's a good topic. What I would do if anytime I'm creating a paper or a presentation, I know my topic. I know what I want to talk about generally, but sometimes we don't know what order we want to go in. So I'll start with a brainstorm, and instead of adding topics like this, what I do is I will double click and it adds a floating topic. So this topic might be, okay, I want to cover this in my talk or my presentation, or maybe in the paper that I'm writing, but I'm not sure where it fits in. Is it going to be in the middle? Is it going to be towards the end? And I also want to cover, this little detail, this detail. So I start adding my topics all over the place. Once you have enough things floating around, then it's easy to be like, okay, this is going to go first. This is going to go second. Oh, wait, this is related to that. Let me just click and drag, put this in between here, put this over there. And you can start with what seems like a mess. You might even find that, wait, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to add this one over here, this one over there. So you might start with what is perceived as a mess and end up with something that looks a lot more organized. And of course, there's a panel over here where you could add, some touch up to your text, or maybe you want to add some emojis or different things with regard to priority or task, how far it's completed. So there's a lot of different ways you can use mind maps. And one of the other things I like about Xmind is there is a gallery where you can keep track and check out some of the other mind maps that are out there. So let me show you what I mean by that. If I just go to my Chrome browser, and I'm going to just type xmind.net, we're going to see what they have in the mind maps area. So if you click up here, it will take you to a mind map gallery. And of course, you could search for this. Maybe there's a certain book that you're reading that you want to check out over here. Or this one seems kind of cool. I don't know. I like coffee, so coffee brewing methods. So I would check that out. You can scroll through and see a variety of mind maps and what they look like. types of exercise. Some of these I'm not familiar with because they're in other languages, but you can get an idea. There's a whole bunch of different mind maps that are out there. Probably best to search for your topic of interest because this is kind of, I'm not sure how they're sorting this right here. But let me know in the comments what kind of mind mapping programs do you already use, if any, or check out this particular program, see if it works for you. You can also do mind maps, of course, just by hand, but always remember, like we said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. That phrase is worth repeating. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and when we organize information in a visual way, it helps us to retain it. Also, I think this makes us a little more organized. So, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and we will talk soon. Take care.